Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be doing a stock market portfolio update video. But before we get into that, if you want a free fractional share worth up to £100 on Trading212, then click the link in the description or use my code BEN on the promo code section. So now my portfolio's got to a point where we're at over 100 grand, which is just mind blowing. I can't believe it. Like, obviously you guys been here since, well, some of you anyway, have you been here since the beginning and seen my portfolio when it was under 10 grand, sitting at 7,000 I think it was. And I just want to say thank you so much for sticking by. Like, I still can't believe it sometimes, but it just shows you if you stick with it and stay consistent, you can as well, watching this, get to the point where you will have 100 grand in your stocks if you just stay consistent and keep investing every single month. I want to try and max out my ISA this year. That is a goal of mine because I've not been able to properly max out an ISA yet. So I want to be able to do that and deposit 20 grand this year. So that's a goal of mine, and that's something I'm working towards and working really hard with the freelance work and also my job and also with the YouTube side of things as well. I've just been trying to put as much money as I can into the stock. So I really do appreciate with all the support that you do give me and all the likes that you give and also the comments. So yeah, thank you so much for all of that. That reminds me, if you are watching this right now, hit that like button. So with the stocks at the moment, obviously with the 100 grand, as you saw in the thumbnail, at the moment it's got to a point now where, like, obviously the compound, like, even if I got 10% a year, which will be amazing, is I'll be making like roughly just over 10 grand a year. And obviously once I start putting a bit more, you'll be looking at like £1 a month. And I did a short about it. It's like, you're kind of going to be averaging £1,000 a month, which is just insane to me. Like, obviously through the interest, not through dividends, just from the interest of the share price increasing. And yeah, it's just incredible to think, and I actually can't believe it. And obviously we could have a massive crash again in Palantir, or something could go down and then I'm way under the 100 grand mark again, which that could happen. So we might not be here long, so stay tuned for that, and you might be able to see if it goes down. I've never really explained this before as well. Before I get into the video, is my goal, hopefully when I'm 30 years old, I'll have 500,000. And I know that sounds crazy and bonkers and mad, but my goal when I'm 30 is to have 500,000. So that's the goal, and we'll see if I hit it. So we'll see. So first up, we've got AMD, and this has had a bit of a tumble, 6% in the week. It's been down, and I have been buying this up. If you've been in my buys and sells group, you'll be able to stay tuned and see what I'm buying and also selling in my stocks. That's a little group that we've got going on. So if you are interested, link in the description. But yeah, I have got 196 shares of this now, about 16 grand in it. Pretty much break even because obviously the FX impact hit me hard. But I'm looking past the whole price of it now. Like, this is still a very good price for me. Yes, it was in the 80s. Yes, it was in the 90s. And yes, it makes it harder to buy at these prices. But if you look back and zoom out, this is still a very, very good price. In my opinion, this is just my opinion. This is what I'm doing. And I am buying at these prices. So yes, I bought some more shares of this week. I don't really care about buying it up at these prices. Like I say, I just think this is going to be a very, very solid company in the next few years with the whole AI situation for a start. Data centers for this quarter for AMD has gone up 57% year on year, which is incredible. Amazing growth in also last quarter as well as 69% year on year. So yes, there's a lot of growth with the data center situation. And also I made a massive video about it and the market potential that it could have. Well, Jensen has reportedly, he has said that he believes data centers could hit 1 trillion by 2028 off the top of my head, I think it was. So that's another, well, the fact that AMD currently has about 6% of the market, which obviously Nvidia's got a lot more, but 6% of 1 trillion is a lot of money, and that's a potential market that AMD could be grabbing in the future. So to be able to have a piece of that trillion, if obviously the market gets to that point in 2028, that's really good for AMD, because obviously they get about 6% at the moment. They got a 6% market share of it at the moment. Hopefully that can increase to 10%. because obviously that'd be 100 billion in revenue, which will be incredible just from data centers. And obviously the profit margins on AMD are strong with data centers. So yeah, that's a really, really good thing. And to be honest with you, all their other segments are starting to improve. And I think obviously the gaming is still lacking big time. But like I say, I do think they will have an upward turning point really when it comes to the gaming sector as well. But obviously that's not a major big part of the business, to be honest with you. So yeah, but all the other segments are looking strong, to be honest with you. So Fubo, we're obviously waiting on a Disney merger with this now, so it's going to kind of trade sideways, and it's pretty much traded sideways this week. But we've got 1,100 shares, and I'm up 102%. Once I have actually got a bit of a position in like Grab and AMD, I think I will buy a little bit more of Fubo and have a bit of a bigger position, to be honest with you, because I really do think this merger is going to be going through and it is all going to be happening. But yeah, I personally think Fubo is a good little play to do, to be honest with you. I know it's a bit more speculative, but I do think Fubo has a lot of potential, but there is a lot more risks to it at the moment, and we'll have to see how their next earnings happen. Obviously they're not really putting money into marketing right now. They're just trying to become profitable, and that's their aim at the moment. So they're not really growing in that sense because they're not really investing in the marketing. Like I say, they're just focusing on staying profitable. Grab, down 3% on the week, and we are down on this. The FX impact's hitting us really badly with Grab, really badly, to be honest with you. And like I say, I haven't touched this in a while. I haven't bought many shares in Grab at the moment, but that's just because I'm focusing on AMD. I believe AMD's got more of a higher potential of a return, same with SoFi. But I think Grab still has a good return, hence why I'm in Grab. But I just think I want to buy up AMD while it is cheap. Like, AMD is cheap, so that's my opinion anyway. Palantir down 4.5% on the week. I mean, this was $135, was it? $133, something like that. Mental when it got to that, up 521%. And yeah, my average is $19, and it's had some good news, to be honest with you. So Palantir secured a significant $795 million contract modification with the US Army for its Maven Smart system, increasing the contract's total value to $1.2 billion. So that's really good news. And also, the company also landed a $30 million surveillance platform agreement with US Immigration and Customs Enforcement. So that's another really good thing as well. And we've also had some price targets, with $140 price target, and also a price target from $125 to $130. Good positive news for Palantir there in that sense. So yeah, obviously I'm not selling this. This is one that I'm holding for at least another 10 years. So yeah, Palantir is that. Snapchat, this is one that I'm just kind of doing a little trade on, just a bit of fun, to be honest with you. And I just thought it was a really good price at the time, and I got in at $7.91. And yeah, I mean, I've only got 42 shares of this, and I just think back end of this year, this will be over $10 in my opinion. Obviously the quarters later on will be good quarters. Just in general, you get paid more AdSense later on in the year instead of the beginning of the year. Not many advertisers want to pay, so Snapchat didn't have great earnings in that sense, but the back end of at the end of this year, they'll have good earnings in my opinion, because advertisers pay better, and you can see it in the trend of when you look at their earnings that they are slowly getting better to their previous quarters in the different years. So yeah, Snapchat, it'll be interesting to see if this is over $10 in a few months time or the end of the year. SoFi, we're down 6%. This is absolutely struggling as of a stock. It's really struggling. We're up 2%, and the FX impact killing us again. But 2,000 shares of this, and I mean, SoFi, everything's going in the right direction, and that's the one thing you've got to realize is the finances are looking very good. They are making money, and they're also growing very, very, very well. So yeah, everything's going in the right direction, and the tech platform as well looks like it's going to be more of an impact in 2026 rather than this year. So that's what Anthony Noto said, and we'll have to see if that's true. It looks like they've got some contracts in the pipeline for then, so we'll have to see. But other parts of the business is looking very, very strong, And that's what's most important, really. And eventually it will start reflecting in the stock price. It's just one of those where I think I'm personally just going to have to be more patient with this. And like I say, to be honest with you, I'll be buying more shares if I have the time to and the money to, while they're at these prices. And this is not something I'm going to be selling in a year's time. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to be selling in maybe 5 years' time. So right now, it is what it is. Tesla, we are down 3% on the week with this, but we're up 48% in total. Obviously, Tesla's a long-term hold for me. It's also another thing where I would personally like to buy more shares, but obviously I'm focusing on the other stocks like I mentioned in this video. But you all know my opinions on Tesla and where I think this is going to be heading and the opportunity that Tesla provides. And yeah, Tesla up 48%. So in total, this week we've gone down 3.7%, and my investments in total is worth £103,462. So not too bad at all. We're still over the 100k mark. Hopefully we can stick to that next week. We'll have to see. But if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you're new, give this video a like, and I'll see you guys